lip sync battle. The Spike TV series released a clip of the 36-year-old actor singing and dancing with the host of backup dancers for the boy band's hit song Everybody. Valderrama donned an open white shirt and pants and vest combo similar to the outfit Backstreet Boys singer AJ McLean wore in the Everybody music video. The music video takes place in a haunted mansion. Valderrama will compete against Jane the Virgin star Gina Rodriguez, whom he honored at the Unite for Humanity Gala in February. The series has yet to preview the 31-year-old actress's performance. Everybody appears on the Backstreet Boys' self-titled debut album, which was released in the U.S. in 1997. The song peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts and won Best Group Video at the 1998 MTV Video Music Awards. Zooey Deschanel says a production assistant started a bonfire in the New Girls studio parking lot while shooting the Season 3 Prince episode. The actress appeared on Conan Monday night to recount the story, saying scripts and call sheets were burned because Prince wasn't fond of the Kardashians. Deschanel told host Conan O'Brien someone was friends with some of the Kardashians and had made a phone call, and they had kindly come on to shoot a kind of cameo part, describing a party scene from the episode, which was supposed to have celebrities that would actually attend one of his parties. She continued as the audience laughed. It turns out that someone from Prince's camp says, "Who are the celebrities? I hope it's not a Kardashian." It's really sad because Khloe Kardashian and Kris Jenner had very kindly come in and shot the scene. I felt so bad, but Prince was running the show. And in a related story, Minnesota investigators and agents of the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration conducted another search at Prince's Minneapolis home late Tuesday, news media reported. More than a dozen vehicles descended onto the singer's Paisley Park property in the suburb of Chanhassen on Tuesday evening. The sheriff's office said the detectives were revisiting the scene at Paisley Park, CBS Minnesota reported. It wasn't revealed whether authorities might have been searching for something specific or possibly just being thorough in their investigation into Prince's sudden death. The DEA was asked to join the investigation last month. The singer was found unresponsive inside an elevator at the property on April 21st. An autopsy concluded that there were no obvious signs of foul play or suicide. Toxicology tests, though, are still awaited. Numerous medias in recent weeks have cited sources close to Prince and reporting the death was a possible drug-related. The Los Angeles Times reported Tuesday that the 57-year-old entertainer had agreed to an intervention not long before his death. The Times report said a Minneapolis doctor had seen Prince on April 20th, the day before he died, and was at Paisley Park the next morning to deliver test results. Another angle supporting the drug theory is a reporter stopped over in Illinois on April 15th while Prince's jet was en route from Atlanta to Minneapolis, which reportedly involved a medical emergency and an unresponsive person. Louis C.K. will embark on a brief U.S. comedy tour this summer. The stand-up comedian will start off the tour in Baltimore, Maryland on May 17th and hit such cities as Asbury Park, New Jersey, Meshantucket, Connecticut, and Chicago, Illinois, among a handful of others. C.K. will spend 2 nights in Baltimore for 3 shows before heading to New Jersey, Connecticut, Illinois, and Pennsylvania. He hasn't done any official stand-up performances since early 2015 when he sold out New York's Madison Square Garden 3 times. James Corden has teamed up with 80s pop sensation Cyndi Lauper for a parody duet entitled Girls Just Want Equal Funds on The Late Late Show. The song performed Monday, which champions equal pay, is a reworked version of Lauper's 1983 hit Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Lauper sang on stage donning pink hair before she was joined by the late-night host wearing his own pink wig. I come home in the morning light. My mother says, why don't you make the same as a guy? Oh, mama dear, we're not the fortunate ones because, girl, they just want equal funds. Corden continued, guys, if she's mad, it's not PMS. It's because you do the same job, but she's making less. Don't need no Midol, just needs more income. Because girls, they want equal funds. Corden's duet with Lauper is the 37-year-old's latest musical late-night bit following his boy band-like performance of I Am a Dad back in March alongside the Ranch's stars Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson. Back in April, Lauper was honored with the 2,577th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Carrie Underwood, a 6-time CMT Video of the Year winner, is set to defend her title against first-time nominees Chris Stapleton and Cam. Also competing in the top category are Keith Urban, Blake Shelton, Florida Georgia Line, Jason Aldean, Little Big Town, Luke Bryan, Sam Hunt, Thomas Wright, and Tim McGraw. Winners will be announced at a ceremony in Nashville's Brickstone Arena on June 8th. Fan voting has begun at CMT.com and continues through June 6th. The network says it will reveal this year's hosts, performers, and presenters in the near future. For Video of the Year, the nominees include Blake Shelton for Sangria, Cam for Burning House, Carrie Underwood for Smoke Break, Chris Stapleton for Fire Away, Florida Georgia Line with Skipping on Fire, Jason Aldean with Tonight Looks Good on You, Keith Urban with John Cougar, John Deere, John 316, Little Big Town with Girl Crush, Luke Bryan, Strip It Down, Sam Hunt, Break It Up in a Small Town, Thomas Wright, Die a Happy Man, and Tim McGraw for Humble and Kind. For Male Video of the Year, the nominees include Blake Shelton for Sangria, Eric Church, Like a Wrecking Ball, Keith Urban, John Cougar, John Deere, John 316, Luke Bryan, Kick the Dust Up, Sam Hunt, Break Up in a Small Town, and Thomas Wright for Die a Happy Man. For Female Video of the Year, nominees include Cam for Burning House, Carrie Underwood, Smoking Break, Jana Kramer, I Got the Boy, Casey Musgraves with Biscuits, Kelsa Ballerini with Dibs, and Maren Morris with My Church. Group Duo Video of the Year, the nominees include Brothers Osbourne for Stay a Little Longer, Dan and Shay for Nothing Like You, Florida Georgia Line for Sipping on Fire, Little Big Town for Girl Crush, Old Dominion with Break Up with Him, and the Zac Brown Band with Love You Easy. Breakthrough Video of the Year, the nominees include Brothers Osbourne, Stay a Little Longer, Cam, Burning House, Chris Jansen, Buy Me a Boat, Chris Stapleton, Fire Away, Maren Morris, My Church, and Old Dominion would Break Up with Him. And Best CMT Performance of the Year, Adam Lambert and Leona Lewis with Girl Crush, Brantley Gilbert and Leonard Skinner with What's Your Name, Carrie Underwood with Smoke Break, Cheap Trick and Jennifer Nettles with I Want You to Want Me, Chris Stapleton with Nobody to Blame, and Darius Rucker with All Right. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1981, Bob Marley dies. And what would prove to be the next to last concert of his tragic short life, Bob Marley shared the bill at Madison Square Garden with the hugely popular American funk band The Commodores. With no costumes, no choreography, no set design to speak of, the reggae star had the majority of his listeners on their feet and in the palm of their hands, according to New York Times critic Robert Palmer. He also added, after this show of strength and Mr. Marley's intense singing and electric stage presence, the Commodores were a letdown. Only days after his triumphant show in New York City, Bob Marley collapsed while jogging in Central Park and later received a grim diagnosis. A cancerous growth on an old soccer injury on his big toe had metastasized and spread to Marley's brains, liver, and lungs. Less than 8 months later, on this date in 1981, Bob Marley, the soul and international face of reggae music, died in a Miami, Florida hospital. He was only 36 years old. Nesta Robert Marley was born on February 6, 1945 in rural St. Anne Parish, Jamaica, the son of a middle-aged white Jamaican Marine officer and an 18-year-old black Jamaican girl. At the age of 9, Marley moved to Trenchtown, a tough West Kingston ghetto, where he would meet and befriend Neville Bunny Livingston, later Bunny Wailer, and Peter McIntosh, later Peter Tosh, and dropped out of school at the age of 14 to make music. Jamaica at the time was entering a period of incredibly musical creativity, as the transistor radios became available on an island then served only by a static BBC-style national radio station. The music of America suddenly became accessible via stateside radio stations. From a mix of New Orleans-style rhythm and blues and indigenous African-influenced musical traditions rose first ska, then rocksteady, precursor styles to reggae, which did not take shape as a recognizable style of its own until the late 1960s. Marley, Peter Tosh, and Bunny Wailer performed together as the Wailers throughout this period, coming into their own as a group, just as reggae became the dominant sound in Jamaica. Thanks to the international reach of Island Records, the Wailers came to the world's attention in the early 70s via their albums Catch a Fire in 1972 and Burning in 1973. Eric Clapton spread the group's name even wider by recording a pop-friendly version of I Shot the Sheriff from the latter album. With the departure of Tosh and Wailer in 1974, Marley took center stage in the group, and by the late 70s he had turned out a string of albums, Exodus in 1977, featuring Jammin', Waiting in Vain, and One Love, People Get Ready, Kaya in 1978 featuring Is This Love and The Sun Is Shining, and Uprising in 1980, which featured Could You Be Love and Redemption Song. While none of the aforementioned songs was anything approach of a hit in the United States during Bob Marley's lifetime, they constitute a legacy that has only increased his fame in the years since his death on this date in 1981. Also on this date in 2000, George Clooney makes a return appearance on ER. On this date in 2000, in the sixth season episode of the NBC television drama ER, entitled Such Sweet Sorrow, nurse Carol Hathaway, played by Juliana Margulies, watches one of her patients, a woman dying from cancer, bid goodbye to her family. Realizing that life is too short to not take chances, Carol rushes out of Chicago County General Hospital and boards a plane to Seattle to pursue her former and future love, Dr. Doug Ross, played by George Clooney. Clooney had left the popular show in 1998, and his appearance in the May 11th episode was a surprise cameo. His 5 seasons playing Ross on ER had proven a launch pad to big screen stardom and a solid place on Hollywood's A-list. And as your entertainment report for Wednesday, May 11th, 2016, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's REYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.